Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the St. Johns County Show that's on in the morning. We've got a great show here for you today. We've got a lot to talk with Sheriff Hardwick about. A lot going on here in St. Johns County. We'll talk about DUIs. We'll talk about, they've got some new members of the team.
Yep.
New members of the team. And we've got there's a lot going on, man. We got a lot happening. So we're going to talk to the sheriff about all that and more. And it's, of course, Florida Man Report Friday.
Yes.
Yep.
Very good.
We've got a good one here today. We've got a good one, as we usually do.
Hometown hero?
No.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
No.
Sometimes. You never know.
Sometimes. Yeah. It's great when the Florida Man Friday comes right back here to St. Augustine.
Sheriff's like, no.
No, it's not. He's like, no,
I'm actually thinking. I'm like, wait a minute. I read the reports every day.
Yeah.
Nothing spicy.
Nah, nothing spicy. Except for that search warrant, which we'll talk about.
Yeah.
That was spicy.
Oh, was there a search warrant?
2 days ago.
Okay.
Yesterday.
All right.
Sheriff throwing out teases.
That's it.
There
Just
we go.
kidding. Nice.
Well, that's the first thing we're talking about.
All right. On the agenda.
All right, let's see. So we'll talk about all that and more. Let's start by telling you about our friends at Bozard Ford Lincoln. Great folks out there. Been doing it since 1949. And since the beginning, they've been more than just a dealership. They've been a family-owned beacon of trust right here in St. Augustine. They were founded on the principles of honesty, integrity, and community service. And that Bozard family tradition continues to thrive through generations. State-of-the-art service facility, 91 climate-controlled service base, a quick lane for no appointment-needed maintenance. Plus, you can enjoy the comforts of their customer lounge and the unique flavors of Ford's Garage. There's a Sheriff Hardwick burger out there, as well as a 904 burger.
Oh, choose wisely.
Yeah. Tell us which one you like the best.
Which one sells better? Just be honest here. Just be honest. Which one's making money?
I mean, Sheriff, you don't want to go there.
You don't want to go there.
You don't want to go there.
We're the number one selling burger.
You wait till the term 2, it's going to be the double stack.
Did you hear the other day when there was some guy talking about the crowds that he got, and then the host corrected him and said, "Well, you don't want to go there with the crowds." Okay. You don't want to go there with the burger. Yeah. Okay. Bozard Ford Lincoln. They offer the best in pricing, selection, and service. Visit Bozard today, just off I-95 and State Road 16, where your satisfaction is their mission, and they are driven to inspire. And, of course, the Florida Man Games were the highlight of last year's Florida Man Games, by the way, was the evading arrest obstacle course featuring the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office.
Yeah.
Your deputies had to have a lot of fun
Oh,
with
my
that.
goodness. They're so excited. They're already actually saying, can we do it? I mean, it's like a contract negotiation. Can we do it again? Yeah. I think they're actually going to step it up.
You were the one that was going to be chasing him this year.
I'm good this
That's
year.
right.
Actually.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do a pre-election. Let's do it post.
There you go. Check out the FloridaManGames.com. We got some good announcements coming your way here in the next few weeks, so very excited about that. But get your tickets before they are gone, especially if you're trying to do VIP. We are very, very low on the rest of the VIPs. So, the FloridaManGames.com. Check it out. It's going to be awesome.
What's the date for that?
March 1st, 2025.
All right, here we go.
Yeah.
But out to the fairgrounds.
Yes.
We're moving.
Yeah. It's going to be great out there at the fairgrounds. More room. We got that covered pavilion. We have to worry less about weather.
Yeah.
So it's great.
Let's put some more obstacles in there for my deputies. It's a little too easy for us.
Oh, excuse me.
Make them have to go over at least one obstacle.
Yeah, come on, let's do this.
Okay.
There's a ninja course.
Let's do it.
Let's do that.
Yeah. I think some of your competitors would not be a ninja course. I think they need to remain low. Can I have a complaint?
Oh, no.
Wow.
He hasn't even asked us how we're doing yet.
I know. Go ahead.
We're not there yet.
Go ahead.
I got the brisket eating competition. The very beginning.
Yeah.
Can we do like stadium seating? So we can see?
Yes.
Because there were some very large men, and I'm a large guy, but there were some very large guys.
Yeah.
I don't want to say coach. I'm saying some of the coaches I know I coach with who couldn't see.
Yeah. No, I know.
Yeah.
I know there was a large amount of people out
Stadium seating, please.
Yes.
That's all I'm requesting.
Stadium seating. We're going to have lots of bleachers. We're going to have a jumbotron.
Okay, much
so
better.
Everybody's going to be able to see.
Tell them, don't worry, I couldn't see either. I was in the Catalina's parking lot. No big deal. Yeah. Couldn't see.
Dave's never going to let this go. It took him a little while to get in.
Unbelievable.
Did we stop you for Checkpoint Charlie?
No, it was some rent-a-cop. He had no idea. Please.
Is that one of my deputies rent-a-cop?
No, you guys are like luxury. No.
Security, he's still angry.
Yeah.
If you can't tell, a little bit
listen,
of still.
But listen, you could have phoned a friend, Rob Hardwick, and I could have taken care of you very easily with my...
I phoned a friend. I definitely got it. I phoned friends.
Roger that. Okay.
We put me in the underground to get in there.
Yeah,
But
I had to go over the river and through the woods to get him in.
Oh, Grandma's house.
Sachet Shantae all the way through. Yeah.
All right.
Back on track.
Great. Thanks, everybody, for talking about the flaws of the Florida Man games for the last 5 minutes. It's been great.
Not a flaw.
Definitely why I brought it up.
I was just angry I couldn't see.
I know. I hear you. A lot of people.
I like to eat.
A lot
I
of
want to
people
see
said
what the
that.
secret was.
We're fixing those things.
We are
roger
fixing
that.
those things,
Roger that.
yeah.
Okay, my apologies.
Also, big shout out to Fidus Roofing, Great Expectations Realty and Auction, Sheba Hut Toasted Sub, St. August Pizza, BHF Insurance, Lace Med Spa, Griffith Service, Chris Lucero, Bail Bonds, and BNS Sides, who we'll talk about soon. But first, Troy and Davey joining me as usual. How you guys doing?
Hey, happy Friday.
Weekend, yes.
Yeah,
Oh.
exciting.
This week needs to be over.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah.
I'm definitely ready.
This one needs to go in the books.
I hear you loud and clear. Yeah, and everybody's got a journey, but oof.
Sheriff, officially, how are you this morning?
Doing good, my friend. Foot on the
Good.
gas.
Okay.
Foot on the gas.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't get like the weekends off like you.
No, we just transitioned to our other jobs.
Oh,
sir.
Roger.
Yeah.
Real work. We get money.
Yeah.
We make money.
We don't get weekends off. We're just not on the
Roger
show
that.
right
Yeah,
now.
we're not
My
live.
apologies. Sure.
Yeah.
Hamster's got
I
to get
still
on the
have
wheel.
9 jobs.
I was looking at my counter going, yeah, I'm not getting the weekend off. Yeah.
A shout out to the boys in the booth, Blake, Rick, Carter, for making us all look very, very good. We appreciate you guys.
God, we got one from 1 to 3. Awesome.
Isn't that
Yeah.
nice?
Yeah. It takes a lot, man. Takes a lot. Troy, what you got for question of the day?
All right, question of the day. What pairs well with grilled cheese?
Okay. What pairs well with grilled cheese? I am gonna. Is this a drink?
No,
Supposed to be a
it can
drink?
be a drink. It can be a food. Some people do.
Ooh, Jelly Belly. Is there a grilled cheese?
What?
You know the jelly beans? They have weird flavors. I wonder if there's a grilled cheese.
Okay.
That was awesome.
Never would have thought to give Davey's answer. I'm just gonna say a good Coca-Cola goes well
Coca-Cola.
with grilled cheese. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or sweet tea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm more of a sweet tea guy than
Yeah.
Coca-Cola.
Great.
I gotta go classic answer. Tomato bisque soup.
Right,
It's a dunk
yeah.
and go. Yes, Joy.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Absolutely.
Okay. What do you think, Sheriff?
All right.
Listen, I'm just going to go ahead and just clog the arteries all the way out and go with chili cheese fries.
Wow.
Let's
Okay.
just take this thing and make it a home run.
Delicious.
There you go.
See, and I'm going a little lighter.
Okay.
you?
I'm a barbecue chips guy.
Barbecue chips.
Barbecue chips.
Barbecue chips
That's
guy.
a good answer.
Hold on,
And
it's a very complex world of barbecue chips. Are we talking kettle? Are we talking
Kettle.
ridge? Okay, there we
Oh,
go.
come on. You don't have to go any further than the
There we
first
go.
one.
Perfect. All right.
Okay.
Kettle barbecue chips.
Nice.
Good answers. Now I'm hungry.
Yeah.
It's a good thing Spencer brought us some
Spencer
grilled cheese.
just dropped, and that's the reason that's the question today.
Wow.
Spencer just dropped us off some.
Thank you, Spencer.
What are we waiting on?
I don't know what we're
We get
waiting on.
cold or what are we doing?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I think we kind of need to be able to talk during the show.
Yeah,
true,
unfortunately.
Yeah,
So,
Yeah.
we don't
I
need
don't. The sheriff's here.
so you're saying we're all just going to eat grilled cheese while the sheriff talks?
Ask one question.
Drive
We got-
slow through
Okay.
Checkpoint Charlie on the way out of here. Drive slow, my friends.
Oh,
618 Florida traffic statutes we can enforce outside of here. I'm sure there's one in your car somewhere.
Okay. Wow.
Citizens arrest.
Citizens arrest.
Okay. One of us always gets threatened to go to jail.
It's not a threat.
Did you not see it?
It's a warning.
He's the little sheriff.
You're a little.
Yeah.
Listen, you still got to go through your staff with this question. It's going to take all day long. But there's 8 behind the window back. Let's go.
No, we're done. There's too many people to extend the question to the booth. Yeah.
Oh, y'all stop doing that. Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Welcome back, Hardwick.
It takes half the show.
Tell who doesn't watch the show anymore.
Yeah, I know, right?
They're all here.
Yeah. All right, let's do a quick check of the weather, Troy.
It's nice.
That quick check of the weather brought to you by Great Expectations Realty and Auction, who can sell your home, your business, and everything in it. Check them out at geauction.com and gerealty.us. We will go to the boys in the booth for the traffic report. What do you got, guys?
We love
Oh,
Davey.
jeez. Oh, boy. Oh, Davey's got his. Yesterday it was me. Yesterday they put me in the
That
booth.
is the
Could be
softer
anyone.
side.
Okay.
Look at that college
No
and
one's
forward.
saying.
Wow.
How old is that
Face
photo?
structure.
What
That
year is
was
that?
like, God, that's when I first moved to St. Augustine. That's got to be 16 years ago. Look how
Wow.
full the eyebrow is. Yeah.
You're a handsome fucker.
Yeah, man. I'm telling you. This is when I lived in a half of an address in a cottage in Lincolnville.
Wow.
Which one?
Half.
It was
All the
on
halves are
Zero
the same.
Street. 97 and a half Zero
97 and a half
Street.
Zero
Yeah,
Street.
yeah.
Oh, my goodness
You
gracious.
got a lot of calls for that house? No.
Yes.
Too much techno
You know, it was a
bumping
bike
music.
patrol back then, so yes. Yes. That wasn't the only house, but yes. I didn't know you were on Zero Street. That's special.
Softer side.
Actual traffic looks great.
Good looking dude right there, though.
There you go. There you
Make a
go.
calendar.
Yeah, there you go.
We can do a calendar.
Let's do it.
Yes, sir.
We'll
ready.
shoot the calendar after the show. We got donuts and grilled cheese. It's
And
going to be a food
calendars.
calendar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, there you go. If you want to look as great as Davey did then and now, you can
Let's
go to
go.
Lace Med Spa.
Yes.
If your skin is craving a revival, look no further than a Lace Med Spa. Their unmatched expertise and luxurious ambiance sets them apart in a league of their own. They provide personalized treatments and rejuvenating facials designed to bring back your youthful radiance. No one in town comes close. You have high standards, and so do they. Check them out. Elace.com.
It was Davey's comment earlier in the booking photo, for God's sake.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it out loud.
You want to smooth out that face? Yes. Get that skin V treatment.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Getting
there
it
you
next
go.
week, baby.
All right. Sheriff, you mentioned you guys served a search warrant. What was this about?
We did. So it was on Railroad Street a few days ago, undercover narcotic purchases. But a lot of these, complaints, the ending result is a search warrant, but the beginning was usually, neighborhood complaints. Mm-hmm. A lot of traffic in and out, basically short time, basically between people coming in and out of the house.
Right.
We always set up surveillance. Of course, we have people that usually always cooperate with the sheriff's office because they just don't want these type of things in their neighborhood. So we had some undercover purchases that were done at this address, and then our SWAT team, of course, because we had some information about some firearms being in the residence and some individuals using some firearms in the previous cases. So we went ahead and our search for our SWAT team and our Special Investigations Unit, which is our narcotics unit, hit the residence. Deplorable conditions. I mean, no electricity. The sewerage was backed up. Our SWAT team almost fell through the floors of the house. So
Wow.
we called in Lieutenant Hines, Jessica Hines. She runs our drug abatement response team after that, which is our partnership with St. Johns County Fire and Rescue, the Board of County Commissioners, code enforcement, and we can basically shut the place down just based on those deplorable conditions. So 4 subjects inside. There were no new names to law enforcement. I've known my entire career, and one individual, Mr. Donaldson, was arrested and, of course, went to the St. Johns County Jail, and the other 3 cooperated. And the big thing was, of course, stopping that traffic coming out of that neighborhood.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. So it's a good day for our unit. Our unit really has stepped it up. We moved one of our female lieutenants over in charge of the unit. She's over there now, and we finally get the unit up to full staff. It's taken a long time to do that and add some additional positions because of this fentanyl, this battle with fentanyl. So
Right. You got to come with gloves and all the mess, right? Ooh.
Yeah. It's just a different type of enforcement and policing. But our men and women and I hate to use this term, but they're not scared. We provide them all the PPE protection and stuff, but they're just not scared because if we go a 12-hour shift without a report of some type of fentanyl arrest, it's very, very out of the ordinary, or some type of fentanyl overdose. I mean, a guy last night snorted fentanyl.
What?
And I saw the city of St. Augustine's report on their briefing to us, and I mean, they revived him, but he snorted fentanyl. I mean, when you talk about snorting fentanyl, he did a line of fentanyl. I mean, you were talking about killing yourself.
Yeah.
We brought him back. Our law enforcement officers from city of St. Augustine, put, of course, the
Norcam.
Yep, the Narcan in and brought
it.
him back to life, and he got up and back to life, and there he goes.
Wow.
Just kind of crazy times. Yeah,
It
That
is.
is really
It
crazy.
is.
It is,
Yeah,
man.
9 lives.
Jeez.
But anyways, so search
yeah.
warrant complete. But we do that on a regular basis. But sometimes it's these deplorable conditions. We want these users to know we shut that house down. So again, just another successful operation by the St. Johns County Sheriff's Office.
Well, you talk a lot about rehabilitation with prisoners and stuff. So
Sure.
with this kind of case here, they go through it. They go through the gamut. What does that rehab look like for them?
Sure. The other thing too is we want people to want help, and I think what we've done here in what we've done in St. Johns County is our staff has changed that mentality. You can come to the jail and still be saved, per se. I mean, there's deferred prosecution, there's probation, there's ways to get out of this dark hole in life, and I'm a big fan of it. I'm a big believer in it. And we've done that and showed this county by a 10% reduction in recidivism over 3.5 years. But also, like Davey just said, it's the programs, it's the outreach, it's the substance abuse, the mental health, and I think they all kind of go hand in hand. But it's us kind of opening our minds and ears, and we're not about the numbers. We're not about successful prosecutions. We're about helping people get back on their feet. So I think we're just doing something a little bit different that's not so popular.
Yeah.
And I really don't care if we can help people get back on their feet, get jobs, get that roof back over their head, get clothes on their bodies, get off the streets from living. Then I say we're successful. If I were to say they got a 10-year prison term instead, I said, okay, so what success did we complete?
Right.
They come back out and reoffend.
Right.
And this goes for majority of my inmate population. that 5% we always talk about, the heinous and atrocious crimes, crimes on children and, sexual battery and homicide and robbery, they're going to be dealt with just a tad bit different, but these other crimes like this, selling narcotics and abuse of narcotics and mental health issues, I think we can do that in-house and with our partnership with the state attorney's office and the clerk of the courts. Yeah. Thanks for asking that.
Yeah.
Please.
How do you work with Veterans Court? We've had some good success with Veterans Court, and I know you were involved
Sure.
in it from when it first started getting going.
Yeah.
So how does the Sheriff's Department interact with that Veterans Court and make sure that stays successful?
Yeah, Judge McGill, when he brought this here to St. Johns County, of course, as you know, is a 25-year veteran of the United States military. This was something I know that soldiers battle with mental health, substance abuse, and committing criminal acts just like any other citizens in the state of Florida. So when they brought this here, I've been the guest speaker there I probably a half dozen times, and I get emotional every time I go there. So we're directly involved, of course, with that, with the state attorney's office. Judge McGillen is big on, we identify our veterans as soon as they come into the St. Johns County Jail. Do they get preferential treatment? No, absolutely not. They just get another chance in life, which is that drug court, to get it right. And sometimes you got to look at these resumes of these men and women that have fought for our country and go, you're in these deep, dark holes because of the places our country has put you. I'll just be honest with you. And it goes as far back as the Vietnam vets.
Yeah.
So I think we're doing great things. Troy, as you know, I'm all about this. Anything we can do. This mental health court's going to be another big one we're going to do here in St. Johns County as it's coming to fruition right now. And as you know,
you guys have been talking about this for a few years now.
It's actually here. It's now here. And the chief judge, Leah Case Bradley, she was a prosecutor with me when I was her homicide investigator, and she's the chief judge for the circuit. She sees that 30,000-foot view on how we can do things better, and that also helps keep our jail populations lower too, as well, as long as people do the right thing when they're out.
Sure.
So I think we're doing good things. Yeah, great things.
Let's transition a little bit to the youth services unit, alcohol and compliance.
Yeah.
Tobacco compliance. What's this all about?
Yeah. So of course, as you know, our 59 deputy sheriffs that work in our schools through the school year are actually not off in the summertime, but they're out of school. So we try to put them to work on things we can do. One thing I'm kind of off topic on what you asked was I've been wanting to do this teen driver challenge, and the teen driving challenge is statewide. It's nationally. I don't know why we weren't doing it here, but we're doing it here now. As of 2 days ago, 160 kids have gone through our program.
Okay.
And I get emails even yesterday. I met a lady yesterday named Jenny, and her son's turning 16, just got his new truck. He goes to St. Augustine High. I put him in the program last night through an email. That's one thing we're doing. And then the other thing we had to do is we have to figure out, how we can actually hold these businesses accountable, excuse me, for the illegal sale of these vape and the products that they're selling in these stores where they're beating the Florida state statutes by not being criminalized, held accountable for their actions by just changing the chemicals in the product. It's been going on for years. So our Youth Resource Division did a proactive undercover detail. They used a 17-year-old young man that wanted to go out there, and they're part of these pro groups in these schools that against tobacco use. And these kids aren't afraid to speak up and say, I don't believe in vaping. I don't believe in using tobacco products. So anyway, we did an undercover operation across the entire county. Had a lot of violators in there. This kid walked into a lot of stores and purchased alcohol, vape pens, products for vape pens. Yeah. So again, and we're not big on taking the owner per se or the manager to jail. We got to educate them and tell you to tone it down.
Right.
But we targeted places that we know these kids have been telling us that these are where they buy them from. So again, very successful detail run through our Youth Resource Division. And these are our deputy sheriffs that work with these kids every day. So, and also too, I think you all know this. I'm not a big fan of punishing our youth. I'm a big fan of let's get them back on their feet, and maybe they have a broken home or just not a really good structured home. And we know now that these kids come from the richest house or the poorest house. It doesn't discriminate. Good kids make bad decisions, and bad kids make bad decisions. So again, we're just trying to educate and just trying to tone this. This vaping thing makes me nervous because it's straight tobacco, straight marijuana, straight products, straight to the brain. Yeah. As we know, these kids are still developing until their early 20s, especially the boys are. Yeah. So again, we're just trying to get educate and hold these people accountable for their actions and tell them we're out there, we're doing our job, and we're going to hold you accountable for selling products to the youth. I get it.
At least letting them know that they're on your radar. So that maybe they think twice or get a little stricter about how they handle these things.
And we want them to know we're doing it too. I want them to, because everybody talks, just like anything else on social media, everybody talks and says the sheriff's office is out there. doing the proactive undercover detail, and it was very, very successful. And we're getting ready to do it again. So,
Are fake IDs still a thing?
yeah, right now though, Davey, it's funny when I was, years ago when you got a fake ID, you could look at it and be like, okay, it's almost
Right.
like I forget that movie where the white kid has the McLovin.
Right.
Yeah,
I think
that's
he's an
right, that's right,
African-American
yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
He's a white man, his African American
Yeah.
guy has his
Right.
ID. I think now these kids, and this is what I hear from my kids that of course I coach, and they can order these things offline. With this device right
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
You can order what you want to, you can pay what you want to, Venmo, all these accounts. So these fake IDs are legit looking. So you got to do it goes all in the questioning of, oh, I see you're 24 years old. Where'd you go to college? I didn't go to college. What have you been doing for the last 4 years? Working.
Right. Yeah.
Working
Yeah.
at the it's just you unless these kids study of what's going on with that ID. It also goes to the totality of circumstances. Everybody else in the car is 16, but you happen to be 24.
Right.
Bunch of things. Yeah.
So does the store get held accountable on something like
Yes.
that? Oh,
It's
they
their
do.
license, yeah. Just like that search warrant we did at the Express Mart out there in Hastings.
Oh, I remember,
It's the owner of the property that holds the full responsibility or vicarious liability for all the actions that are done on the property of and internally too as well.
Wow.
The person who sells and the owner get a fine.
Yep, sure do.
So, that's why bartenders are like,
Yeah. Super nervosa. Yeah, I get you.
I will tell you this though, as many bars as we have, or I shouldn't say that many restaurants that sell alcohol, that we don't get a whole lot of. Is it going on? I'm sure it is. But these bartenders, these are a bunch of local people here. They want to have their job. They don't need the money to sell to kids. They don't need to.
Right.
They got plenty of adults in there buying alcohol.
Yeah.
So, and really think about it too. We got Flagler College, 3,000 students. A third is below the age of 21.
Yeah.
Just don't,
yeah,
but some of these kids,
2/3 is under. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry,
Two-thirds,
two-thirds would be on 21. But you take like these kids that I coach in high school football. These are men, man. They got full beards, tattoos. They look like these are men.
Yeah.
It'd be hard for me to sit in a store, and walk in there and go, how old are you, little lad?
Right.
Yeah.
14,
Yeah.
15 years old.
But I'll tell you, asking the questions on the ID helps. Maybe I shouldn't admit this in front of the sheriff, but I had a fake ID when I was younger. And
Allegedly?
allegedly, allegedly I did.
When I had a beard at 16.
See, I didn't grow hair
But
till
I
was
did.
40.
I tried to use it at a liquor store, and the lady questioned me on my birthday. She's like, what's your birthday? And it wasn't my actual birthday, obviously. And I had to say to her, huh? What? She goes, when's your birthday?
She went,
And I think my next answer was like, oh, it's on there.
yeah.
It's on there. You can see it. And then
told me never to tell.
and then she asked again, and I was like, I don't know. She said, nice try, and kept it.
Wow.
The funny thing was, of course, with the last name Hardwick around town, back when the town was much smaller, it was a little hard to get away with stuff around
Yeah.
here. But I had a fake ID. It was a Vermont,
wow.
It was a Vermont driver's license that was re-stenciled, so everything was the same,
Yeah.
except my date of birth. Everything was the same, except for the girl I was dating at the time was a genius. She goes, only change the year, don't change anything else.
Yeah.
So when they
See?
question me, I'm like, yeah,
See?
you know what I mean? Mean, fight machine.
Yeah.
But then once I went in and said, I know your family. Yes, ma'am. I'm going to go to the car right now. I'll come back later on.
Yeah.
Your father did my fence. Okay, I'll be
Yep.
back.
Yeah, you couldn't get away with that. Couldn't
It
get
was
away
funny
with
because I hate
that.
to rat it out, but my son, my youngest son, who's 28 now, Brett, Kevin Brock, who owns Brock Fence, was my brother-in-law. He called me and says, I didn't know Brett graduated high school. I'm like, he hasn't. He's 16. Oh, okay. I'll call you back later on. I'm like, no, you won't call me back later on. Where is he at?
What is
I'll tell
happening
you where
right
he was
now?
at when he
Yeah.
was having a little lunch liquid.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Okay.
Pedro was calling us going, have you seen your son today? Yeah, he's in class.
Yep.
We had one place that everybody knew that they could go to, and it was the barn. It was the place you could drive through, and like you could point to it, and say, "Oh, they
wow.
bring it to your car."
Mm.
And the guy just didn't care.
Nah.
It's like
Business.
well, from his country, it didn't matter.
Oh,
how much it was.
okay, yeah.
He didn't care, and he would sell it pretty much.
Did you drive through old Mr. Baxter's house on the west side back in the day?
No. Well, I was already 21 when I got here.
You want to hear something fast forward, right? So as a young man around town, the thing was you could go to Mr. Baxter's house on the west side, and Mr. Baxter, you basically pull up to the side window, you order a drink, it's in a cup, usually like a McDonald's cup, and you drive away, So we did this as kids.
Wow.
And I say kids, we were driving, so, we were
Yeah.
adults, right? 16. But anyway, so fast forward, I get in homicide. Mr. Baxter gets murdered. Remember this?
Oh,
he was
my
shot out the
God.
window.
Yeah.
Of the
Oh,
drive-up
wow.
house. Yeah, fast forward, I get called. I'm like, Mr. Baxter. a backstore. I don't know that. I get to him like, oh my God. I remember my car pulling in there.
Oh, wow.
And he was such a nice man. He always go, how old are you? 21. That's right. All right, what you want, boy? Yeah.
See, it was 19 when I was.
Yeah. See, just changed for me.
Well, see, I think it means a lot that, you understand where these kids are coming from. You understand what they're trying to do to get around the law.
Yep.
So this just helps better protect kids and
That's
better
all we're
crack
doing.
down on people that are doing this stuff.
It's not about making an arrest. It's about educating people.
Yeah.
Yep.
For sure. Let's see. You guys got some new motorcycles that everybody's really raving about.
Yeah, it's just, and again, just like any fleet, with any business, of course, you roll over, motorcycles, helicopters, boats, our patrol cars, and the same thing with the motors. The motors were due up, of course, for rollover or rollout, I should say, as far as like trading them out, getting new ones. So our team decided to, again, this was on them. They really did a great job, and Cal, who runs our fleet over there, they basically went blacked out motors because that chrome is so hard to keep clean.
Okay.
Yeah, so they decided to go all blacked out, basically, and Adam Mack Harley Davidson has been phenomenal with us, but went all blacked out. If you look at them on the picture on our Facebook page, they went all blacked out, and it's been a hit. So I'm real close with Wayne Ivey, who's a sheriff in Brevard County. He's a motor man.
Okay.
So that day, my unit, when we rolled out the new motors, I actually called him on the phone, and we took some photos of our phone. And he talked so much trash because he has a blacked out motor, but ours is just better. So again,
there they are. Those are nice.
Just new branding of our motors, and it's just another little things you do for our people. And people's like, we're wasting money. No, we're wasting money. It's the same expense for our Harley, whether it's blacked out or it's chromed out. We just this is a morale booster. By the way, we're trying to set the example. We are the gold standard, St. Johns County Sheriff's Office, and we want people to be a part of that unit. We want them to be proud.
Why is a motorcycle so significant?
Well, the motorcycle, first of all, of course, it can get around here in St. Johns County. It's not that it hides, because everybody in St. Johns County with their modern apps know where our motors sit at running traffic.
Waze will tell us.
Seriously, right.
Yeah.
But the goal is to slow people down, and the goal is, and if it takes the Waze app to say the cops are sitting on US 1.
Right, you're still going to slow down.
You're darn right. You're
still going to slow down, yeah.
And the motor unit's not an easy unit. Those are guys that just don't give a lot of warnings, right? They give a lot of tickets, and that's what their job is. When you go to motors, your job is to slow this aggressive driving down in St. Johns County, and I'm proud because of their effort. And of course, you saw the blacked out cars in the background too in that picture. On the traffic unit and our deputy sheriffs that work in the MARC units, but we reduced crashes in St. Johns County by 15%. Doesn't sound like a lot, but our population has increased by 43% in 10 years. So that's a significant decrease. So again, they have a great job. They're great. They're they're a bunch of characters in that unit, by the way, and they are very loyal to Rob Hardwick and the profession that they do. So they look like a bunch of goons. They're all the same size. They're like 6 foot big guys.
They're intimidating, man.
They are.
They're very intimidating, but that's what you want. Nobody's going to mess with those guys.
Great guys. The goal is, again, to slow that traffic, calm that traffic down, let people know we're out there enforcing the law, and we're not going to turn a blind eye to things that are going to cause people to die, which is what happens when you speed.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I want to get into the DUI side of that here pretty soon, but first we got to do a little bit of business here. And give you the Gas Buddy gas report. Let us know in the comments where you are seeing good prices for gas. We would definitely appreciate the check-in there. And we will... look at that. That's...
I got your fake ID back.
That's great.
I need to change my Twitter picture.
Wow. 73 is a great year.
Where in Hawaii are you from?
Okay, we can take that. Gas Buddy gas report, the gate at 4075 US 1 North. My fake ID was way better than that.
God, I hope so.
It was from Tennessee.
What was your birthday?
Yeah, still moving on. Yeah. Moving on. The gate at 4075 US 1 North is at 334. The Owens at 780 South Ponce, 334 as well. The Shell at 146 King Street, 334. The Sunoco at 450 South Ponce, 337.
Like Libre.
Okay.
You're doing great.
I hate this job. I hate that all my friends are here while the sheriff of St. Johns County is making fun of me.
Don't call me the sheriff. I'm your friend.
Oh, man.
We're amongst friends.
The Sunoco at 450 South Ponce is at 337.
The funniest jokes are the true ones.
Rick, can you put a mask on that picture from Nacho Libre?
I think that was actually my OnlyFans picture. I don't know how you guys found that.
It just got super hot in here.
It really did. I'm 2 shades darker after that. The Sicko at 1099 South 349. And the Shell at 2350.
Oh, Lord.
That's going to be a clip later. Carter, make sure you get ready to cut that into a clip. That's awful. All right. 349 at the Shell.
Okay, good stuff.
Enya.
If you go to jail for using a fake ID, Chris Lucero will get you out of jail, no matter if you look like Nacho Libre or not. She's available for you 24/7 to provide fast and mucho good service.
Mucho bueno.
There you go. 24/7. Chris Lucero bail bonds. 904-822-BAIL. We got some live music happening today.
Me too.
My head now.
Jeez,
We gotta see
man.
it, please.
No, do not put that back up. No.
Nacho Libre. Okay.
We got the sheriff singing at the Milltop Tavern at noon.
Don't think I won't. Don't think
No, I know you will.
Oh, I'll do backup.
Josh Tennessee Worthy is going to be with him out there at the Milltop at
August
noon.
21st.
Heather Craig at Tradewinds at 1. Hunter Hayes, Pierre's Pub at 1 o'clock. We got David Slaughter at Bin 39 at 4. Ken Macy at the Milltop Tavern at 4:30. Lonesome Bert's Thick and Thin String Band. I knew I should have taken that picture down a long time ago. I just never use my Twitter.
No, you shouldn't have. We appreciate you.
Lonesome Bert's Thick and Thin Band at Marina Munch at 5. Hopefully that gets me more Twitter followers. I think I have 4.
No, wow.
That was on your tweet.
It's called X.
I think so.
Oh my
think that's
god.
What were you thinking?
I was thinking I literally never use my Twitter and nobody follows me. It's literally not a place for people to follow me.
Except your staff.
Except my staff.
X.
All your followers are here.
Yeah, they are all
4
here.
of us.
Hey.
Baby Gray at River and Ford at 7 o'clock. Ryan Rowland at Pussers.
Very good.
Okay.
You did
Puzzles
it.
up in Ponte Vedra?
Yes, PV
Yeah.
is part of St. Johns County.
7 o'clock.
I think you might know that.
Captain Obvious.
Thank you, Davey.
The
I love you, my brother.
Salt Toads at Colonial Oak at 7. Bumpin' Uglies and Ballyhoo at the Backyard Stage at the Amp.
Wow.
7 o'clock. Cool.
Backyard bumping uglies.
Joe Lee at Casa Defino 57 at 7.
Can we say that?
I just
The
was trying to
Space
remember when
Eaters.
to go.
Well,
Yeah.
there's no editing it. It's out there now.
Okay, roger that.
The Space Eaters at Pierre's Pub at 7. We got Caleb Joy at the Ponte Vedra Inn and Club at 7.
Really?
Smokin' Joe Shower at Meehan's at 8. Southpaw at Sarbez at 8:30. Contact Buzz at Arnold's at 8:30. The live stream of whatever's happening at Tradewinds goes on at 9.
Cool.
And then True Phonic, Prohibition Kitchen at 10 o'clock.
Awesome.
That's a lot of music.
It is.
Yeah.
Friday's usually the day for
Yeah.
music. Fridays and Saturdays. Yeah. Griffin Service is where you need to go if your home needs servicing in any way. They do AC, plumbing, and electrical services, plus unique offerings and like standby generators, water softeners, gas work. You can experience fast, friendly, and affordable service 7 days a week. Give them a call at 904-500-2653 or visit griffinservice.com and see the Griffins. All right, we got a good Florida Man Fridays.
I thought they do pavers and stuff. That's,
No,
that's the
that's
next
next.
one.
Just kidding.
That's
Yeah.
the
Just
next
kidding.
one. Yeah.
I was
Coming up.
waiting. I thought you were sleeping over there.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Okay, sorry. My
And
apologies.
I don't have to pay attention until Davey actually talks.
I noticed that.
We did it, Troy.
We've got a Florida man who was arrested in Miami after stealing beer, but there's also a catch to this.
Always a catch.
It's not just straightforward with the Florida man.
Always a catch.
Always something extra.
Yeah. We'll tell you about this after we tell you about our favorite paver and roofing people.
Oh, sorry. Here we go.
Fidus Roofing.
My
It
apologies.
is hurricane season, and now is the best time to get your roof inspected. If you have damages now, you want those documented before a hurricane starts approaching, so you don't have to pay a crazy high hurricane deductible for those very same damages. Give them a call, 904-355-ROOF.
Hey, Sheriff, hit me up. They do.
Pavers? And gutters.
Hey! He does watch the show! Yeah, sure!
Nice job.
Throw this election stuff out. I'm
That
in.
layup was
yeah.
nice.
There you go.
Stay here. I'm going to eat
It's
grilled
got to pay
cheese.
more over here.
This pays a lot less. This pays a lot less.
you
Troy doesn't
sure?
even get paid.
No.
I can vouch for it.
9 jobs.
But you're off the weekend, you just said.
No,
That is a perk.
just here.
Yeah,
That's
we're
just
off
here.
of the weekends.
And the
Yeah.
benefits y'all get. Dental.
Oh,
The
Moving
401k
on.
is great.
Moving on.
Okay, here we go.
Moving on. Florida man arrested in Miami after stealing beer and forgetting one of his children in the store.
Oops.
This is a great thing to bring your kids along
It
to you with.
happens, though.
Bring your kids to work day.
It's still beer.
How old was
Yeah.
the kid, though? 30?
yeah, right.
That's a good question.
His ID said he was.
Yeah, right. Yeah. All right. In Miami, a 58-year-old man, should have known better, has been arrested for allegedly leaving his 3-year-old daughter at a CVS store after stealing beer from the store.
That happens.
The man identified as
No age jokes on this one.
Yeah, no age jokes on this one.
No age
Yes.
jokes.
Leave Troy alone.
He was identified as Elpidio Amores.
Oh,
He was arrested.
It means love.
Well, yeah.
Amores is love.
Goes by
Right.
Peony.
Beanie of love.
He entered the store at 170 Southeast 3rd Avenue with a stroller containing 2 children. While selecting beer.
Stroller?
It happens.
That doesn't happen.
Yeah, you get tied up in the sales.
While he was looking for the beer to steal, his 3-year-old got out of the stroller without him noticing. Shocker. Amores placed the beer on top of the stroller and exited the store without paying, unaware that his daughter had been left behind.
Oh my goodness.
Store employees discovered the girl alone and called the police. Amores realized his daughter was missing and hurried back into the store where he was detained by Miami police.
Doesn't that suck, by the way? You steal,
Oh, she's
and
in
your
timeout.
child ruins it for you because she climbs out.
She's in timeout. She's in timeout.
Right?
Right?
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's on probation in the house. Like, honey, you
Whatever his
ruined it.
punishment is, that's
You
how long
ruined
her
it for
timeout
Papa.
is.
Yeah. She's put her on one of those accordion
those little
leashes.
cords, those
yeah.
ones that- yeah.
Whir, whir, whir. Yeah.
He's now also under investigation by the Special Victims Unit for losing sight of his daughter. The Department of Children and Families will follow up on the children's well-being. Authorities have not provided further details on the children's condition or additional legal
You
consequences.
say Miami?
Yeah, Miami.
Yeah, but it's a different world down there in Miami.
Only
It
one
really is.
Florida stupid man thing down there?
That's all we
I
can
know,
do
right?
at the
Well, only for
You're
today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No comment.
Sheriff, you and your wife are celebrating 33 years.
Oh,
Is
God
that
bless
today?
America. No, it's one time a year. It's actually was on Monday, the 8th.
Okay.
One time a year?
One time a year.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was on the 8th. 33
Okay.
years. It's kind of
Wow,
funny how
man.
life goes by so fast, you
Yeah.
know? And I mean, we're closer now, of course, than we ever have been because it's just life is good. It really is. It's just, is it hard? Sure. Is it challenging? Absolutely. But life is great. She's got a great job with the school district. She loves what she does as a nurse. This is like her 30th year as a nurse. So things are just great in the Hardwick house, you know? Empty nesters.
Awesome. Yeah, right?
I can't keep using that. I mean, we got a 28-year-old and a 32-year-old. It's been a long time.
Right.
We've been,
We've
yeah,
been
yeah,
playing
yeah.
that card for a little too long. Yeah.
We got a
Yeah.
grandbaby on the way.
Wow, really? Is this breaking news?
It is. Yeah.
Wow,
yeah.
that's
she's-
exciting.
Yeah, she's due September 23rd. And this is my
Awesome.
youngest son. So
That's
yeah.
so
Yeah.
special.
Oh my goodness. My wife is beside herself. There's so many. Amazon is making a killing at the Hardwick house.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
yeah,
Yes,
Yeah.
it's all the time. But yeah, it's a special time for us. We've been waiting for a long time and it has come to fruition. So we're excited.
Did you
that's
do a
awesome.
gender reveal? Or are you going to do one?
Yeah, so pretty cool. So my son was deployed at the time, so he came home and Cream de la Coco actually, the results by her doctor were sent to Cream de la Coco. They made the cake, and then my son came back home. He flew back home. He's a pilot, so he flew back home. And they did a little video, and they're both cutting the cake, and it was pink. So we got a little girl.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's the first
Cool.
little Hardwick girl, so it's going to be very interesting.
Wow, yeah.
Oh,
man.
girls are the best.
I can't wait.
Oh,
We're going to
that's
lock her
so
up in
fun.
the house till she's 28. And then we're gonna let her-
Yep, yep.
Well, Maeve's going to be happy. She has,
Oh, I know.
buddy.
Oh, super
Yeah,
cool.
there
by the
you
way.
go.
Yeah,
There you
absolutely.
go,
yeah.
man.
Yeah. The Hardwick house is a great place right now.
Very cool.
Yep,
Congratulations
absolutely. Thank
on
you.
all
Appreciate
fronts.
you. Yeah,
That's
we're
awesome.
blessed. Truly blessed.
Speaking of new additions, you guys got 2 new canines on the team, right?
Yeah, we do actually. We've added quite a few new canines. Of course,
Really?
your show, of course, 904 covered, of course, Raven and Cora who work in our jail.
Yeah.
And then we actually added some new canines to the program too. Tonic is out there. Tonic is our brand new bomb dog. It's a chocolate lab, and she's working with Stephanie Stewart. So she's on the street because we're retiring Canine Judge, who's one of our EOD dogs. He has basically what the humans would call Parkinson's disease.
Oh, God
So
bless.
Judge has that. Canine Judge has that. So we're going to go ahead and as he go ahead, we're going to retire him. And then Scott Wright, once he gets back from his bomb school, he'll pick up a new EOD dog. So then we'll have multiple EOD dogs. And then we've also added 2 new dogs to our school district too, because Patriot's retiring this year.
Okay.
Patriot,
okay.
Doug Kowalski. Doug Kowalski's retiring with Patriot, and then we've added 2 new dogs to our schools too as well. So they have not been named yet because they're in the actual trial phase. So
Okay.
the name they come with, they can of course usually change. The handlers do. I heard yesterday one of the chocolate labs actually failed out. So the 2 new dogs we're actually adding to the school district will not just smell narcotics; they'll also smell gunmetal. So like my firearm on my side
Really?
today,
Wow.
gunmetal has a very distinct smell to it.
Yeah.
So those 2 dogs will be smelling gunmetal, which is firearms in schools. So they had a little issue with the dog picking up that scent. So the dog will just go back to where he came. I think she actually came from, and then they'll flip out another dog to come back here. So we got 2 dogs in training now. Actually, yeah, I'm sorry. Tonic is on his own, and then we also have another apprehension dog too, who's in training as we speak. So we're plussing up the entire canine.
The greatest dog I ever had failed out of canine training. And
Yeah.
that's AJ. So sorry, Blue.
Wow.
Sorry, Blue. But AJ, and he's still in my refrigerator.
Wow.
So,
Yeah.
You know, but he was an amazing German Shepherd.
Yeah, so the old Malinois days, of course, those are kind of our patrol dogs. But,
Yeah.
we've gone with German Shorthair Pointers that work in the jail. Our chocolate lab, of course, is working. It's who has the best nose.
And
I'll be honest with
Sandy,
you.
how's Sandy?
Sandy's on the therapy side of the house. Don't forget.
Gotcha,
Yeah,
okay.
so Sandy's
She
from
tugs
the
and kisses.
Okay.
she's from the Canines United program, Cancer Warrior, program, and she's from that program along with. Simba too. Those are our 2 therapy dogs that are in house, so they're doing phenomenal.
Yeah.
And then Fire Rescue has another therapy dog they just picked up that's in comms as well, in 911 communications. So yeah, everything's going well. Yeah,
Cool.
But our canine core is just getting plussed up, you know. So
Awesome.
super excited.
Yeah, man. We saw one of your dogs running around out there in the yard just this morning.
Well, today we have a special needs, a group of special needs adults coming to visit me that I met along the. One of our 5K events, and just a special group of people. They just moved here from up north somewhere, and no positive interaction with law enforcement. And I met them, and she loves dogs. And they were telling me that the northern agency is like, no, you can't pet the dogs. You know, they're going to bite you. I'm like, my goodness gracious, so stupid. So today we're going to surprise her and 6 of her other special need adult friends out to our training center. With I know Daisy May will be there, which is our bloodhound. Raven will be there, which is one of our GSPs out of the jail. And then also too, I think Simba's going to be there too. Which I'm sorry, Sandy, one of our therapy dogs. will
Oh
be
yeah,
there.
we love
That's
Sandy.
awesome.
Yeah.
We met Sandy.
She's
brought-
on
Yeah.
your show, hadn't she?
The only
Yeah.
dog
Sandy was
allowed
the
in the
star of our
studio.
show.
Star,
Yeah.
by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a rock star.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
That's
we,
cool.
We
That's
actually
great.
times.
we actually prefer Sandy over
Love Sandy.
Well,
Yeah,
now, well,
yeah.
okay,
He's
well,
me a job a few minutes. What happened?
Yeah.
You're fine.
Sandy does not make it as
gutters.
easy to do a
Don't worry
show.
about it, yeah.
Yeah, Sandy can't say pavers and gutters.
Yeah.
Yeah, good point. Good point.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Cancel the checkpoint, Charlie. Cancel the checkpoint, Charlie.
It was close.
Well, we reported earlier in this week that there was a grant. I guess that the dogs got bulletproof vests or something.
That's
There is.
right.
This is,
Yeah.
and that's
You
what
got
I was saying.
11. You couldn't order 12. One for Pete. What happened here?
Well, we don't want to round it off. We don't want to have a dozen, a full dozen. You know, these canine vests, of course, and that's where I got Canines for Warriors, who of course is our partnership here. But
Yeah.
Canines United is another partnership we have here.
Right.
And Debbie has done a phenomenal job, of course, since our canine died in the line of duty. You know, way back before I became your sheriff,
Barron,
of course.
right? Or
Barron,
something,
yeah,
yeah.
it was Barron. And Farrah Fawcett, remember Farrah Ash was the
Yeah,
handler.
yeah.
Fair.
Yeah, she's since retired. But anyways, because of the
Is
death
she
of that dog,
retired? She's an extraordinary human
man,
being.
she's she moved up in Georgia with her wife, and they got a beautiful home up there. and
Super
they-
cool people.
Farrah-
Oh my
Farrah
God.
was a great
First
athlete.
class,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Yeah.
She
You know,
was
she was a
awesome.
semi-pro football player.
No, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
she was
She was
inside
a tight
linebacker.
end. She was a
Whoa.
tight
She was
end.
tight end,
She was
yeah,
tight end
yeah.
and linebacker.
And linebacker.
Super cool
Yeah.
human being. Yeah.
So anyway,
Wow.
so again, this partnership with Canines United is just something special. I was on the board for a long time and on the advisory committee now. They went ahead and did a grant for us and outfitted all of our dogs. The vests at one point were just too heavy for Florida weather. Now, of course, they've created these much lighter vests for these dogs that actually provide the same protection. So just yesterday, I saw it for the first time. Daisy May had it on at one of the shows we were at yesterday. So yes, all the dogs would be outfitted. The therapy dogs would not be. I mean, they have a different job. Their job is to keep us mentally fit. But these dogs that are all on patrol, whether they're bloodhounds or they're explosives dogs or they're apprehension dogs or narcotics dogs, they all have vests now. Yeah.
Do you think
Super
this could have
great.
potentially
Yeah.
saved Barron in that situation if he had something like this? Okay.
If you
Different.
remember, Davey, too, Barron was actually suffocated.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah, upon
That's right.
the necropsy, they actually found out they had mud and water. The suspect actually, the suspect that was trying to, Barron was
drown.
trying to bite him, and he actually stuffed his head in the mud and actually drowned. Was what he gave us on the confession, and what the necropsy actually. Yes, it wouldn't have helped him at all.
Okay.
No.
But could help other dogs in other situations for sure.
But by far, because you look at some of the deaths on the canines across the country, and especially over in the UK area over there, and the dogs are stabbed a lot, too. And I hate to say it, but it's just a reaction. If something is biting you, you're going to respond to it somehow to get it off of you.
Sure.
But they're shot or stabbed usually is how they're done. So we're hoping these vests actually protect those vital organs on these dogs.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It just makes them look a little more badass.
They
It really
do.
does.
Yeah,
You
another
know?
thing too, I'm not sure if you noticed too, on the back of that on the back there's actually a handle.
Right.
It's another added protection besides grabbing the dog's collar. And it's, God forbid something happened with the leash, it gives another added protection to take that dog and snatch it back with the handle on the vest, which grabs the body.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's awesome.
Okay.
They do look a little badass. I'm gonna be
They
honest
do.
with you.
Yeah, they do.
Awesome.
Hey, you guys have increased DUI patrols over the last few years, right? And
Yeah.
I understand some people are like up in arms about this. Like who is that? Alcoholics that
I
are
wish
up
it
in
was-
arms about
I
this?
wish it was August 21st, but I can't bite my damn tongue. I have to. I'm going to laugh a little bit here as I say this. There must be an idiot out there somewhere that actually would say something about letting a drunk a person drive home. By the way, I'm laughing at this Oklahoma State coach, for God's sakes, who confessed yesterday to saying, "I've drove home, with alcohol in my system 1,000 times." What are you, idiot?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if this and again, this is not something about intelligence. This is very something personal to me. But 11,000 people a year is the average over the last 10 years that die in alcohol-related crashes. And I'm gonna enlighten some people in this area here too as well who have a big mouths. But out of that 11,000 people, the drunk driver usually survives. It's a national average. It's an innocent family driving from point A to point B that a drunk driver hits them, but the drunk driver is so inebriated they don't get actually hurt in the vehicle crash.
Yeah, it's like being asleep. You
It is, yeah. You kind of go limp,
Oh,
right?
wow,
Like Troy was
yeah.
just, So with that being said, again, the national average is around 11,000 deaths a year. But think of what that does. 11,000 families are upside down because of a death.
Yeah.
So I took over as your sheriff in 2021. We were part of those top 5 counties in the state of Florida because we border Duval County with per capita more serious bodily injury and deaths involving alcohol. You got to step it up. We have a population that's grown by 43%. People love to enjoy their time and drink, which I'm all for.
Sure.
But there's too many reasons of not to drive drunk now.
It's too easy not to have to
You're
drive.
absolutely right.
Yeah.
It's too easy. It's too cheap.
Yeah.
And with that being said, so I started up a DUI unit in 2021. We have 4 deputies that work that. There was a female in there too as well, but Danielle moved into the office of the sheriff. And we'll be out there. And the other day I was laughing because someone says, well, you guys are just making bogus arrests. Pull the body worn cameras, pull the dashboard cameras.
Yeah.
That's why we have those. And by the way, these DUI individuals that work in this unit, they wanted these cameras to defend themselves.
Yeah.
So the comment was made, well, the state attorney's office drops it. Don't care. That's not my job. That's
Right.
the state attorney's office
Right.
job. My job is my agency is to get the drunks off the street so they get home alive and we don't increase the amount of people that die in St. Johns County from alcohol-related death. It's
Right.
just it's an easy statement. So over the last year, we have decreased serious bodily injury and death involving alcohol by 15%. Think about it. You take the formula of 43% increase in our population, and you take that, we've decreased traffic crashes by 15% with the motor unit, with the unmarked cars that are black. They look like cop cars. They're not unmarked, for God's sakes. And then we also, too, started a DUI unit. I would never go away from that. We are saving lives. And by the way, if you spend 8 hours in my jail because you were drunk and driving, get over it because you're going to get out. The state drops the charges. I don't really care. Our job is to get you home safely. And by the way, you can thank me. But the old days of a DUI ruins you the rest of your career. Those days are over with. You get a driving under the influence now, and all it does is affect your insurance rates. But what we did was save you from going to prison.
Or killing somebody.
Killing somebody.
Ruining somebody else, some other family's
Yes, sir.
life, and your life
Sure,
too, by the
sure.
way.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
DUI manslaughter, the average sentence in the state of Florida is 12 to 15 years.
Yeah.
So DUI manslaughter, whether you're a felon before or just an upstanding citizen that made a stupid mistake, the average sentence is 12 to 15 years. And I've watched it my entire career. And I've been very, very vocal about, I stopped drinking for a reason 14, 15 years ago. I could not drink responsibly. I came home as a wounded veteran, meaning my mentally wounded and scarred from soldiers' blood on my hand from dying in combat. I wasn't the same person. And I couldn't just have a glass or a beer. I had to have many. And that was the old military lifestyle. And then one day I woke up and my wife said, you do that again and I will take everything you have. You're going to kill somebody, you're going to kill yourself. And I said, I'm done. And now I got to be an advocate. I'm not afraid to speak about it. I'm not afraid to say I was there at one time. I never got arrested. I never got off. So I never got caught. But then you look at that Oklahoma State coach yesterday saying, oh, I've done it 1,000 times. He'd done it 1,000 times and been, by the grace of God, getting you to your house.
That's irresponsible to say as a
Yeah.
leader. Yeah.
What an
Yeah.
idiot.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I'm passionate about it, but
It's a great thing to talk about because
what an
people are
idiot
afraid to
bring
talk
that
about it.
conversation up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't drive drunk. Call me. Most of this county has my own personal cell phone number. I will come get you and bring you home and not say a peep. I don't kiss and tell.
Yeah.
I will bring you home and drop you off because that's the responsible thing to do.
Yeah.
When you get in your car and get behind that wheel and you take that chance, and by the way, the drunk driver doesn't drive after midnight. It is 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
We've had to move our DUI units down to like 6 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
We found out moms and dads were jumping their kids off at school intoxicated.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I saw a guy pulled over right on the way to work just a couple of weeks ago. They had a couple of cops behind him and bottles of alcohol right on the roof.
Rosé
it
all day, yeah.
It wasn't even 7 o'clock in the morning yet.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't discriminate. And by the way, it doesn't discriminate. It's every race, creed, color, religion,
Yeah.
sexual orientation,
Oh, yeah.
age.
Oh, yeah.
And I add one more thing to that too as
Yeah,
well. You know,
alcoholism doesn't have a time limit on it.
Right.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
let's just say we did all the units in St. Johns County did 1,000 DUIs a year. That is 0.001% of our population, not including our tourists.
Yeah.
You know, we had 11 million visitors a year. I average 109,000 cars a day on 95. We average 75,000 cars a day on US 1. Take that number I just gave you, and we aren't even touching the spear. But we've saved some lives, I guarantee you, because the proof is in the pudding.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you mentioned just a little while ago you wish it was August 21st.
You got me all written up now.
It's good.
But it is. We got, 39 days till the primary election coming up, something like that.
Yeah, how's this?
I know you've been endorsed by all 4 surrounding sheriffs out here. What is different this time around for you than your first time running for sheriff?
The first thing is you'll never hear me. You three know me very, very well. I will never say anything negative about my opponent. I won't do it till the day I'm done doing this job.
No, it's not who you are.
No, and sometimes I get in the car now, me and Kendall.
Yeah.
Boy. We let him have.
Of course, that's your therapy session, but
It
you
is my
need
therapy
that.
session. But, you know, the thing that's different this time is I'm a sitting sheriff, and I think I've worked, you know, I apologize to all the people out there going, I'm sorry we're doing this again. I feel like we worked so hard this last 3.5 years, the 8 years prior to that as your chief of police. I felt like we worked so hard to be engaged and involved in this community, and I felt like we just had a lot of positive response and we were doing the right thing. But again, I don't fault my opponent for running. He's doing it for his reasons and his family's reasons. Good for him. Congratulations and good luck to him and his family. But this time it's different because I'm in uniform every day, and the Constitution protects me, saying you were the sheriff. You can go to your fundraisers in uniform. You're still the sitting sheriff.
Yeah.
So I haven't stopped what we're doing. So much support, you know, and my staff is incredible on both sides of the house. But it's events you know. So I've had to add on. I can't take away from like the Tristan Bailey event tonight. I got to go there. That family asks you to go somewhere. You go somewhere.
Yeah.
But then, you know, there's events on top of that are just campaign related, and we're not going to stop. The foot's on the gas. We're knocking on doors. I learned some things from the last time that I think we're going to do better this time. We're doing better this time, and it's not how much money you can raise. It's how you actually win the people over of what the job you've done. Well, we got a pretty good proven track record, I think.
Yeah.
Between my jail, reentry, outreach, recidivism is low, crime is low. We're almost at full staff. And increasing the agency. Yes, my budget has gone up. I'm paying my people, and I really don't care what you think. I have to pay my people to do this job. And with that comes a price. And the price is I got to get the pay up. When I took over as sheriff, you know, just 4 years ago, my dispatchers were making the low $30,000 a year.
Can't
No,
live
you
on
can't
that in
survive
St.
on
Johns
that.
County.
They were
You can't
scratching-
even come close to living
You
on that in
can't,
St.
but they
Johns
were
County.
scratching their head going, why are we so short in our 911 center? Fast forward now, went from $32,000 a year to $50,000 a year, and they'll get another bump this year. We're at full staff for the first time, we believe, in the history with 70 men and women that work in our 911 center. They're special people. It's the starting point when you pick up the phone and need help.
Yeah.
It's the most important part of the job. Our deputy sheriffs were in the same boat, low 40,000s. They're in the mid 50s to high 50s now, and they'll go to the low 60s this coming year if the budget goes through. So
excellent.
yes, my budget has gone up. We'd be idiots if not, because we'd be short on staff. And then you call 911 going, we got to put you in pending because we don't have enough deputy sheriffs out there. We don't have that problem.
Right.
So again, I feel like, you know, I took the mentality of a small agency, which helped me be the best sheriff. And I think any chief of police will tell you if they go from the chief of police to the sheriff, it prepares you for the next level. That was a much harder job for me, answering to 5 commissioners. So, you know, Kendall, when we first took over, it was hard to adjust to this big machine. my job wasn't harder, but it was more demanding.
Right.
And I'm very visible, as you all know that. But I think I learned the second time around, I don't pay attention to Facebook. You can bash me all you want to. But
that's smart.
But in my face, you don't say this stuff because you're cowards, but I'm okay with that. But I'm going to continue to do my job. I'm ethical. I'm morally responsible. I wear this uniform to work every day. I love my people that work for me. I'm truly blessed to have people that work for me that are so loyal and dedicated, not just to me and Kendall, but this profession. So I don't know. I think we got a lot of support. No one's going to work any harder than Rob Hardwick and my team. Not happening,
Yeah.
Last time I walked out of my shoes and I'm walking in this uniform, I'm not changing who I am. And I believe in a higher power. And if that higher power says it's not for me, then I will move on. I will not put my head down. I will help that next person transition. But you got to work hard to beat Rob Hardwick.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
But I got to tell y'all too, y'all been so loyal to me my entire career. I mean, I've known you my entire life, almost my professional life, and you have never wavered. We've even had some discussions where we don't necessarily agree on certain things. I'm okay with that, by the way, because I don't want a bobblehead in my life. And I consider the three of you true friends of mine because you're not a bobblehead. I don't say things like, Sheriff, I don't agree with you on that. It's okay. You cannot agree with me. And I'm not going to dig my heels in and go, no, this is Sheriff Hardwick's way. It's a dictatorship. No, it's not.
Right.
That is the one great thing about you is your communication skills are absolutely pristine,
appreciate you,
which is great because I disagree with you sometimes too.
Sure.
We go to the
It's
table and we
okay.
talk about it. Yeah. But I can see now your side of the fence. I never thought I'd have a great friend like you in law enforcement. I never thought that was going to ever be possible. But you kind of broke that barrier with all of us here.
That feels good, by the way, when you say that too, because sometimes you look in the mirror and go, don't throw freaking stones, because I've been there before. You know,
man.
I told somebody the other day, and I think we mentioned this before. I mentioned the word wick, for God's sakes. And this crowd looked at me like I was crazy. One lady was bobbing her head like this, and they're African-American female. And I said, y'all don't know what it is. I said, it's women, infant, and children. I said, when I was a soldier at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, my wife and I got, every Friday, we got free bread, egg, cheese, and milk on Friday. And we thought that was normal because no one was making any money. We were paratroopers. We fought for our country. We didn't have a pot to piss in. And that made me a better person because now I can relate to not everybody comes from wealth. Not everybody comes from being poor.
Right.
And I can see things different. And I don't know. I feel like, am I the perfect sheriff? I don't know. But I can tell you what, no one has more passion and drive than me and loyalty and willing to open up and listen going, I've made a mistake in life because I've made plenty of mistakes. I've been at the bottom of the barrel numerous times. But I can sit there and go, look at the big picture going, it's okay. We're going to help you, by the way. It's okay to help an inmate get back in life and be productive. It's okay. Trust me. It's not a bad thing.
So what we do in the darkness qualifies for the light, man. Yeah.
And
great job.
that's the biggest struggle in our society is some of the people, with Home Again, I get to see it a lot. You get to see it with the sheriff's department. They almost dehumanize the person they're dealing with, so it makes it easier for them to be mean to them.
Totally agree.
And, you have to humanize before you can help.
Yeah.
And I think you do an amazing job of humanizing before you can help.
But here's what happens, though. We get in these positions as leaders, and we forgot we were a brand new deputy sheriff, didn't have a pot to piss in, couldn't pay our bills, out there running and gunning. And then next thing you know, we're dictating and firing people because they made the same mistakes we made when we were young deputy sheriffs or police officers. So I think you just gotta look back and be humbled a little bit too. And that's that wife in the car that sits next to you and go, don't you dare, Rob Hardwick, say that. You were there one time. Don't you ever do that again.
Yeah.
I got that.
Yeah.
Kendall
awesome.
Kendall don't play.
33 years, man.
Ooh, God bless America.
It's good to have somebody that can keep you in check
She doesn't
like
get
that.
half now, by the way. She gets it all. 33 years.
Right?
This man ain't going nowhere. I don't drink, don't smoke, and I ain't got time for the woman in my life.
There you go.
Never only got half. So just in case, you thought
She knows the same attorneys I do.
in case you thought
Yes, sir. Yeah. But I appreciate y'all. Thank you for your friendship and loyalty and
100%.
unwavering support. Thank you.
I got my lawn
We
sign.
appreciate you.
Thank you. Appreciate
and
you.
Thank you as always for coming by
Awesome.
every month and keeping us informed
Thank
and
you
letting
too
us
as
know
well.
what's going on.
Yep. Thank you very
sir.
much. Have a great weekend. Be safe. God
You
bless.
as well.
Thank you.
Hey, I got to tell you, Troy's going to check the comments.
Yep.
How do you want to do that, Troy?
On this Florida Man Friday, I will find my way through the finite comments of our fabuloso fans.
Ooh.
All right. As you do that, I'll remind everybody that Bates, Hewitt, and Floyd is not your average local insurance agency. They provide peace of mind and insurance to protect your biggest investments. Their approach to insurance and risk longevity in our community and the way they treat their clients sets them apart from all the rest. They offer homeowners, auto, commercial, and benefits, and they've been doing that for over 50 years. Chrissy Lawrenson is St. Augustine's premier agent who offers complimentary policy reviews and has a deep understanding of insurance and what is needed in St. Augustine to be properly insured. She's going to be coming in soon to talk about some changes. Very excited about that. Her attention to detail and organizational skills have found policy errors and cost savings where others have not. Give them a call, 904-794-5455, and schedule your appointment today. And also our great friends at B&S Signs. They've done all the great signage in and around town. They do everything from your LED signs. They've done the Beaux-Arts sign. They did the classic car museum signs like that. They can do your banners. They can do your business cards, your stickers. They do crane work. They do so much out there at B&S Signs. Anything you need for your signage needs, they can help you with it. Check them out at bnssigns.com. What you got, Troy?
All right, Tim's report, Wawa was at 353, Costco was at 305. Several mentions, you need a vest. So, Sheriff, we need to
We've been doing this for years.
We're going to do a GoFundMe. We're going to get him a vest because he's...
What kind of vest? Like a suit?
No, a bulletproof vest.
They think I need a bulletproof vest because I was at 3 shootings.
Yeah. and
I gotcha.
Yeah.
No.
Mine's in my
It only
car.
takes one. All right.
I don't need
I
one.
got 2 in my car. I'll give you both mine.
And as far as the grilled cheese goes, tomatoes seems to be either tomato soup or tomatoes seems to be the one.
Okay.
And our grilled cheese has aged white cheddar, white American, Colby Jack, mozzarella, and caramelized onions.
Wow.
Colby Jack.
Wow.
Yes. And Nick
today.
has Nick said if you need someone to wash any of your vehicles, he's there.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
He does my mom's vehicle. He does a great
He's
job.
awesome, dude.
Can I give you guys a compliment real quick?
Yeah.
What's that?
Look at the picture of the 2 of you together. Watch this. The 2 of them. Blue Angels. Blue Angels, the 2 of you.
What?
It's the colors of the Blue Angels.
Oh, okay.
Beautiful.
It's the colors of the morning show.
I thought the blue.
We actually matched the TV behind us actually
Look at
pretty
that.
perfectly.
We're even on the right side.
I know. That's actually kind of awesome.
But I thought Blue Angels were yellow.
Maverick and... I don't know.
It's navy and
Maverick and
yellow.
Goose. Maverick and Goose. You tell me who's who.
I'll be Maverick. That's fine.
I'm the one who died.
You can be Slider.
Have you watched the documentary on the Blue Angels?
I just watched it. That's why
It's
I said
amazing.
it. It was
Oh,
unreal.
okay.
On
All right,
Netflix.
Nice.
but I got to give a happy birthday to Betty's mom, 102.
Wow. That's
Happy
great. Happy
birthday.
birthday, Betty's mom. What you got for Stordom Stat?
Stordom stat real quick. Today's the day that Eisenhower first flew in a helicopter, and he's the one who moved the helicopters being the regular transport instead of motorcades. And you know how like the president now steps up in the helicopter, goes to Camp David or goes
Right.
wherever. Eisenhower's the one who kind of started that, and it was used to be Army and Marines. Now it's 100% the Marines that control the helicopters, and there's always a decoy.
Yeah.
Always a decoy up there.
Okay. All right, good Stordom Stat brought to you by a great pizza place, St. Augie's Pizza. We all love it. We're all there all the time. Thank you very much for being part of our show, St. Augie's Pizza. We will see you guys at 3 o'clock. Have a great rest of your day.
I'm waving to no one. Thanks a lot, Booth. Bye-bye.